How's it going, guys, and welcome to Game Evolved. I'm Shifty Cow, and it has been a very long time since the last video I've made, so I figured I'd kind of make a little update talking about Star Wars Battlefront and just some channel news towards the end, and overall just kind of give you guys a feel of what we're going to be doing with our channel for the next couple of weeks. So hopefully I don't have to do another channel update for a while, but this is just some stuff I wanted to talk about. So first of all, Star Wars Battlefront. This came out about a week and a half ago, and I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about this game, but I figured I'd just tell you guys about my personal experience. So in terms of the beta, I had a decent amount of fun with it. I played it for I'd say 2 or 3 hours, and the one thing that I noticed that I was going to see as a problem later is that it's a very casual game, which can be good for a lot of people because if you're not really that competitive or you don't play a lot of first-person shooters, it's going to be pretty easy for you to hop in, have some fun, and overall just kind of live that Star Wars experience that you've always dreamed about. But for someone who's not the biggest Star Wars fan and really just kind of wanted to try it out to see if they actually liked it, for me personally, it just wasn't my type of game, and so I ended up returning it. But that's not to say that it's a bad game, because Star Wars Battlefront has some of the best graphics, sound design, and overall just the immersion of this game is just absolutely incredible. Like, that just blows me away, and I think that's probably like 90% of the reason I bought it, is the graphics are just that amazing. Now, the gameplay is pretty good, and there weren't any like netcode problems, so if you actually like Star Wars, you're a huge Star Wars fan, you are going to absolutely love this game. But if you're buying it more for the gameplay, chances are it might get kind of old pretty quickly. So that's kind of just why I returned it, because I'm personally not going to play it, but that's not to say it's a bad game or you're not going to enjoy it if you're a big Star Wars fan. So that's just kind of what I wanted to talk about, because I know a lot of people were really excited for that game, and a lot of people are having mixed reviews, and so I figured I'd just share my experience. So what I would recommend doing is to buy the game for $60 or whatever it is now on Origin, play it for about 24 hours, try and decide if you're actually going to enjoy it for the next couple of weeks, and then if you don't enjoy it or you just don't think it's going to last very long, you can just return it with Origin's return policy. It's pretty easy, and I think this is a really good way of deciding whether or not you like it. It would be kind of cool if it was a bit longer than 24 hours, but you know what, they got to make their money somehow, and it's just kind of to make sure that people aren't buying it, then returning it after that 24-hour mark. So anyways, that's what I have to say about Star Wars Battlefront. Definitely not a bad game, but just not a game that I would see myself playing a lot. So moving on to some channel news, I know a lot of you guys are excited to see that we're actually posting again, because we took like a 2-week break of just not posting videos, and part of that was I was actually on vacation at my grandma's for Thanksgiving for like a week, but really we could have scheduled some content to have for you guys, and I think having just a like chill schedule like that where we're like, oh yeah, we'll post whenever, that's not really going to work for us because it doesn't set a deadline and it doesn't really motivate us. So it's kind of just, we have to find that nice balance. So rather than posting every day, I think we're going to try and go for just every other day, and then depending on what type of content we're putting out, we might eventually go back to every single day. But it really just depends, because I really hate not having a video up for that long, especially just like one day when we were first, changing from every single day to just whenever. It was kind of tough, because you would check your phone, you'd be like, oh, I wonder how the video's doing, and there'd be no video up, and you're like, ah. But anyways, that's just kind of something that we've been doing, and we've been getting comments on a couple of the videos like, oh my gosh, 2 videos in a day, it must be Christmas, and we're like, okay, we need to change this. So we're going to be posting at least every other day. We feel that's pretty easy for us to do. A couple of people were like, hey, it's just because you're playing Rust, that's why you took a break, and that's just silly, like, Rust? We don't play Rust anymore. That's silly. Anyways, so we're going to be posting every other day, and we're going to try and find a nice balance between games, because Battlefield 4 is still awesome. It's still our babe, but we're also going to be trying out some new games, along as mixing in some Rust, like I said last time. So hopefully we'll try and find a nice balance of maybe like half and half between Battlefield 4 and just other games. A couple of options that I have already bought, like I've already purchased these, is Arma 3. I've got that one. I bought like Surgeon Simulator, Gary's Mod. I have a bunch of random games that I really have not played. And so if you guys are interested in seeing some different games, be sure to leave those down in the comments below, because that's pretty easy for us to kind of pick them up, especially when they're cheap with the Steam sale and all that going on. So if you guys do have any suggestions that you'd like to see videos on, be sure to leave those down in the comments below. But that's pretty much it for the channel update. Hopefully you guys are okay with every other day, and I feel it's going to work a lot better than every single day or just whenever, because that was just not working. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to smack that like button down below and leave a comment or subscribe or just do whatever. But until next time, guys, stay buttery.